real big shout out goes to the guys at Autoology in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Things have changed since August when I did that original video giving the body shop that did the work praise and credit. I'm gonna get down to it. Today is the 23rd of October as I'm shooting this. I went back and got my car October 17th, a week ago to Monday, this upcoming Monday. So I took my car back to the same shop because after that initial just happiness of getting my car back, it wore off, and I started to see a lot of flaws and things that I wasn't happy with the body work. So I went, I contacted the body shop. I even took my car back up there to the body shop so they could see exactly what I was talking about. That was back in September, around about the 17th, 18th September. And I dropped my car up there on a Sunday. It was like about the 21st of September. Tell me why this man they ain't even touched my car. And okay, after I dropped the car off, the man guy at the body shop was off work for like 2 weeks or so because he said he had got a back injury or something, which is okay. But the thing was that when he got this back injury, he had posted a post on Facebook talking about it, and I'm not on Facebook currently, and he didn't call or text me. So 2 weeks went by. I texted him like, "Oh, what's the status on the car?" It was like, "Oh, I've been off work, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna get started on your car when I get back in the shop, moving around a little bit. Your car should be ready by by the end of next week or whatever." That which was this past weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. So no, I'll take that back. This past weekend, the weekend of the 15th, 15th of October. So that Thursday or whatnot, I had texted him like, "Hey, what's going on with the car, whatever." So the next thing I know, he was saying, "Oh, we're gonna get the door, script the door down, refinish the door, this, that, and the third, and I have your car back to you by the end of the month." I'm like, the end of the you just told me a couple weeks ago that it'll be ready by this weekend. Now you telling me the end of this month. And then you talking about scripting the dough down. One of the problems I'll get to that in a minute. I've got a long list of things I found that was absolutely wrong that I took back up there for them to fix and I wasn't happy with. One of the main things is when the wreck happened, the passenger door took a little bit of damage. And one of the first things he said when we took the car up there to him, that the door shell needed replacing. So tell me, why did he take Bondo and try to patchwork and repair the door, and the crap cracked and warped, and you could see how wavy and nasty the doggone paint looked on the outside. I'm getting choked up thinking about that mess. But it was terrible. He even looked at it and said that, "Yeah, man, if you want to go," I was about to say, "So you want to go the new door route?" After he looked at it and seen what I was talking about. I told him like, "Yeah, I was under the impression that you was gonna put a new door on my car from the beginning." So this the second time that he said something about putting a new door on here, and with that was it for me. And then he's talking about it'll be ready by the end of the month. My car's been sitting at your body shop for a month, and anybody have yet to touch it other than to move it. So I'm just tired of the excuses. And yeah, I was about to say, and when I originally shot that video, when I was giving them praises, the angle of the car, I got the best angle possible to make it look better, because that door looks atrocious. Because yeah, you can see how bad that door looks. And I'm just frustrated with this process. I'm not happy with it. So I'm just gonna take it to another body shop, because this is totally 100%, in my opinion, unacceptable. Whether you are a car enthusiast, or just even if it was your daily driver, for me personally, that's not acceptable for what he did. And as a matter of fact, I had to make the list just so of everything that I found that was out of place, and type it in, because I would forget some of the stuff. So let me go over everything. I found the couple. First thing first, I found a couple like random push pins missing from the liner in the top of the trunk of my car. In the right rear corner marker in the back was cracked. It had a crack in it. He said he was going to replace it, and he never did. And then the roof, on top of the roof, had some dents. He supposedly, went up there, because you can see in some of the pictures of his work, he's saying it looked like he did something to it, but it seems like it had more dents in the roof than what it started out to be. And as I already touched on, he just replaced. He didn't even replace the door. The shell of the door, as he said he was going to do. He did a patchwork job on it, and the door, you can see where he took the Bondo and just whatever the process was, you could tell when he did that. And when he repainted it, it left, you could see like run and drip of the paint up there near the door handle. You can see how wavy and distorted the bottom of the door on the bottom. And then on the bottom of the door, if you run your hands along there, it's rigid and jagged, as if he took some and split it open just to pull the dents out, or attempt to pull the dents out, or whatever. And then, the passenger mirror was taken off in the process. And when I got the car back, it had some kind of brown rust-like residue on there that was hard to clean off. I didn't mention nothing to him at first when I got the car back, because I thought it was something I could clean off myself, but I brought that up to him when I took the car back. The passenger fender, man, in the pictures it's showing that he did repair work to it, and it has like this weird horizontal dent in it, and you can tell that if he did take it off, he didn't line the doggone plastic, not the plastic, the fender well, the plastic fender well back up in there properly, because if you look up under there, it protrudes out, sticks out just a little bit. And then you can see the epoxy in a fine line, that red epoxy, you can see it in a fine line up under that same fender well. And then and under the undercarriage, it was a panel or whatnot. It was out and exposed, and he didn't secure that in properly. And then with the hood, he didn't take the time to flush the hood to make sure it comes as flushed as possible, because he even told me that he heated up a corner on the driver's side, where it protruded, it stuck out a little bit where it wasn't closed completely. He said he took he gonna put a little bit of a bend up in there, and you can actually see that. You can see that damn bend. And then number 9, he used 7mm bolts to secure the weather stripping against the bumper. And originally cars come with plastic rivets, and he put 7mm bolts up in there, and it was over tightened. That's caused the warping in front of the bumper. And then also, like on the bottom of the fender well, near where it meets that lip of the bottom bumper, you can see those same 7mm bolts up on the bottom. And I think some of those weren't even in tight enough, because some of them went missing now, and those were supposed to be plastic rivets. And then also on the bumper, man, there was some random white residue that wouldn't come off. I don't know if it was mixed in the paint or whatever, and I don't know what the deal with that was. And then also this unexplained buffer burn or whatever is like on the very nose and tip of that bumper. Once again, I didn't take a buffer to it, so I don't know how that got there. Well, I don't know, because I sure didn't do it. And then the bottom grill had came pushed. I mean, it came completely out because I was doing a run coming down a hill with my car. I can tell exactly how the wind went up under that, caught it and just forced it clean out because he used push pins up on it. Because you can see in the video it was just hanging clean out, and it got to the point to where the support on the bottom, it just just ended up snapping off. And I don't think he used I think that was supposed to be used some kind of bolts or plastic rivets for that too. And then yeah, and the vent on the passenger side was, if this was have been a normal Challenger with a fog light going on the passenger side, that one was pushed in from the bottom but still secured at the top. And then trash and overspray all in the paint, and like I said, with that run on the door that you can see that was dried in. And then and the paint was actually it actually chipped in one spot on the hood. It was just a whole bunch of just nasty trash. And then once I got inside the car, when I went up there to get it, it was bad enough my car was all dusty and dirty and looking like it was in great condition for a 30-year-old barn find to me. But yeah, I found this white dusty residue that came from the shop or whatever, all on the seats, got a little bit on the steering wheel. They didn't clean that up. I'm just not happy with this experience. Granted, once again, I should have waited before I gave that review and said what I said, but it's just a learning lesson. I mean, it's the first time I ever went through something like this, so I definitely know better for next time, and I'm gonna just keep moving forward from this. And I'm just not happy, man. There's no reason why I should be riding around with my car with the grill hanging out, completely missing now out the bottom, looking like it has a toothless smile. Overall, this is a 2016 car. I haven't even had this damn thing for a year yet. There's no reason that practically a brand new car should look like it had a struggle all its life. But yeah, I hate I had to make this update for this reason, but it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done right. And I'm just giving you an update, telling you about the experience, and just stay tuned to see how I'm gonna go forward with this. And that's pretty much all I got to say. I'm really not happy with this. I wouldn't want anybody to go through anything like this with their cars, especially if it's something a car that they are passionate about. It's just terrible, man. It's honestly a shitty feeling. It's very terrible. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all get at y'all on the next one. I'll keep you updated on everything. Y'all take it easy.